Howdy folks, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, this evening on video 4 of my 1/32 scale Revell Arado 196B. Yesterday, I was supposed to have it done yesterday folks, but I didn't have it done yesterday because I had to work all day until I had to get off work. I had to go shopping and take care of some family business, chores and everything else, such as life can present. And so it's all over with. I was back on the bill, of course. So without further ado, I got everything all done yesterday. I went ahead and did a late start on painting my Arado. I got about 6 hours in the paint job of this thing here, folks. It's a combination of using 2 different types of olive drabs and washes involved to make this thing about as realistic as I possibly could make it. And although I'm considering very greatly by buying another kit and making a cutaway model, this time with the wings all folded. And this one here, the wings are in flight configuration. Incidentally, folks, as a technical note to Mr. Freddie Duarte, our good buddy and friend, I was watching the hangout. He had, I guess Gilbert, Red Dragon Works. They had a video. I was on just a little bit. Not too long. I was on to see what's going on, you know, and I was ready to join in, but it was too late. I guess that I guess there's a logo on there that tells you, you know, if you want to join, you just go ahead and click in, but it wasn't there, so I assumed it was too late. So Freddie wanted to know if the wings are foldable in this kit. Yes, they are, Freddie. This is the B model, and the A model are virtually the same thing, except on the V model you only get the prototype, you only had 1 pontoon, and the A model had 2. So yes, there's a wing fold and everything in this kit, and it's a very good kit, Freddie. I highly recommend you buying it, dear friend. Okay guys, back to the Arado, of course, on video 4. Okay folks, I got about 99 9/10 of this airplane completed, with the exception of the prop, the armament consisting of 2 bombs, and a floats assembly, which has got to be airbrushed natural aluminum, which is already primed previously and ready for its final color of aluminum, which will be done tomorrow. I should have this airplane done tomorrow. I can't see why I cannot have this thing complete for our final reveal tomorrow on the Arado. So I was running a cut a day late a little bit, fellas, so it's always better to be late than don't have it done. And throughout this video, I'm going to make a Battle of Britain group build entry, my entry. It's going to come to you as a surprise. And I haven't been at it for a long while, so I can still do it. And we'll get along with that. That'll be the second video for this evening. And so we'll get back to the Arado. If the camera's friendly, folks, we'll swing around and take a look at her. I'll show you how much I got done on her, and what's got to be done to complete her for the final reveal. So hang tight, fellas. Here we go. There it is, fellas. This is much I got her finished. And first of all, when I airbrush this kit, I've got some stills that will follow in the beginning of this video. I'll show you the stages how this thing was painted. Right now, folks, I'm trying the best I can, what I know, how to update my videos, make them a lot more better, a lot more professional than what they have been. Because lately I'm pretty well dissatisfied with my videos I've been making from the get-go. And look at a lot of you great fellows out there, how you present your videos. It puts this old man to shame. So it's always, an old dog still can learn old tricks. Okay folks, so following up with this paint right here, we got this Humbro right here, which is a Humbro 86. It's called Matte Light Olive. And it's spot on when it comes to the color chart. And what you gotta do is this, you gotta tone this down. Why tone this down? By using this mix of Growl RLM 02, which is like a gray color, kind of like a grayish green. I add that to this, and I toned down the olive drab because it was too greenish. The shade was perfect for a factory-built aircraft, but since this aircraft has been used, and through the elements of salt water, sea air, wear and tear, it shows its age as it gets old with the sun, and the fading and immersion of salt water in the sea involved tones down the olive drab. So what I did right here, fellas, I went ahead and I toned it down using olive drabs, and also used a wash. Remember those acrylics I showed you, fellas? I got from Hobby Lobby. They work very, very well, but you got to use either denatured alcohol or a lot of good or regular tap water. I use denatured alcohol. Best yet, I use this stuff here. It's my Model Master, and it works good for acrylics. I believe it's made for acrylics. This stuff is acrylic thinner, so I highly recommend buying this at your nearest hobby shop to your neck of the woods. In other words, you don't have that, use denatured alcohol. If not, H2O, water. It's all soluble, all the same, because it's all water-based anyway. And once you apply those acrylics on there, folks, you can let it sit there for a couple good 4, 5, 10 seconds or so, then blot it off with a clean rag or a clean towel. So it's always good at your workshop, always have a nice roll of paper towels right there. And ask Mama San. Mama San will take care of you. So you have a roll, and she'll say, yes, you may. So it's always better to ask than you receive. So make sure you got to blot it off, and it fills in the panel lines very excellently. And I was very, very astounded and very, very pleased that those acrylic tubes work very well. I imagine that all water-based paint are used good for washes, but you got to make sure you have a gloss finish on this thing first, because you don't want to make sure everything is matte and apply your wash. In other words, you're going to run into some serious trouble. You're going to have nothing but stained paint. You won't be able to get off. If you take it off, it will take it right to the primer or the plastic. So you want to go there, fellas. So professional, the best way is, I highly recommend, fellas, is go ahead and use your favorite varnish on it. Seal that paint so it's nice and shiny. Then when it dries, over 24 hours, then apply your wash. Then blot off. It'll fill in like you won't believe. And the other side is treated precisely as the top side. The engine detail is about as good as you can get it on the kit here. Everything is masked off. Cockpit details really show up real good. And we'll come in a tad more. And we'll bring it up a little more here, fellas. I want to give you guys a good view of this bad girl right here. You can see how the cockpit details goes up. You can see the fading and the immersion of the olive drab, which is applied on this. So this is a very, very wonderful kit, folks. I highly recommend getting it. I put a lot of time in this build right here. And I'll tell you one thing, guys, this is a very beautiful airplane. And I'll tell you one darn thing, I highly recommend this for anybody who wants to get one of these. And I know the hobby shops stock anymore. I guess they're still in, but the hobby shops around here in my neck of the woods, what they can more or less go ahead and do is they just go ahead and stock as many as what they got, and when they run out, the hell with it, they go to something else. And so the fastest way to get this bird right here is you get it on eBay. I see them on eBay all the time. So keep your eyes out there in that direction if you want one of these. Now for the fellas that's got one of these in their stash, you'll see what old Frankie Day's talking about. Old Frankie Day will never steer you guys wrong. This is a beautiful kit, guys. I'll tell you one darn thing. May I have another, sir? And I shall get another. Next one we get's going to be all cut away. I'm going to have the wings folded. And I'm going to get the A model, like the one Martin done. Wing walks are all masked, airbrushed. A very beautiful airplane she is, folks. So all that's left to do with this thing right here is that I got to airbrush the floats, rig them before I install them to the wing, because they're all been previously set. All I have to do is rig them, and they'll plug right into the location holes of the wings of the fuselage, and I'm in there, guys. So the completion of the floats, the propeller's got to be painted and assembled the same, And back here on the tail impedance right here where I got it masked off your effect, folks, and I have to put a masking there and a masking on top there. It's going to be airbrushed using this red right here, a Humbro. Humbro number 72, I believe it is, or 12. I think it's 12. It's dark red. And I'm thinking about another idea too. I've got no swastikas, fellas, and we got a couple commenters on my videos saying, "Hey Frank, put the swastikas on there." I don't have no swastikas, fellas. I really don't. So on this decal right here, which fits right over here in the red, I'm going to take some decal paper. Right here, I previously airbrushed on some decal paper just for this purpose here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and cut this out very thinly and make a swastika that'll fit inside this 3/8 diameter circle with a swastika on there. And that'll fill the bill for the Arado. And I think it's going to work. It'll work just fine. It'll take a little work, but I'll get it on there. And the decals are very, very thin, so you got to take very, very great care in applying your decals, because, like I say, fellas, the decals are very, very thin, and it was harder than hell putting the numbers on here. You know, well, it took me about almost a half an hour just to put the decals on here on the top wing. Because those decals, once they come off, they have a solid film like some of them are, but they're just the decal itself. And once you apply it on the wing, you gotta make sure that wing has a lot of decal set on there. That way, you can slide a decal out there, you can float around there and get to how you want it. In other words, you run into trouble if you don't, and the decal will be virtually ruined. Then you have to go somewhere else to redo it again, and you may not be able to. So anyway, so take great caution on that, folks. I highly suggest that. And like again, folks, she's a very beautiful airplane. I really enjoy building this, and she goes together very, very quite well, quite easily. I can't see why the novelists have any difficulty in tinting this kit. If he did, it'd probably be the ultimate challenge. And it's a nice kit, guys. I really enjoyed this. It'll make a very handsome display at your home. Well, we got the engines all still detailed. All that masking on use really brings them pretty good, folks. So that'll be that right there. And then tomorrow, so stay tuned for the final reveal. So I can't see why I can't have this thing done by tomorrow. So after this video here, fellas, I'll be making another video of my entry for I believe it's Martin's or a couple other fellows' Battle of Britain group build. And so I got a special kit for that. I'm going to be able to show you guys out here, be a review, and I'll be starting it this Monday because I want to get hot and get this thing finished out, so I get it out of the way. That way my model bench is clean, prepared, and ready for the next build, which is going to be the Battle of Britain group build. And it's going to give me a good break too, because I haven't done it in a long time. It'll be discussed in the next video, because I don't want to spoil the surprise, fellas. Okay, that's about enough on the Arado. And we'll go back to yours truly right here, and we'll complete the video. And we'll discuss what we'll be doing next. Here I is, fellas. A back up a taste. Got too much of these, a bad thing. That's as far as I'm going to go. Okay, guys. This terminates video 4 from a Revell Arado float plane. And tomorrow I'll show you how the final reveal. So stay tuned for that. And wrap this here video. Stay tuned for the inbox review of my next entry for Martin's Battle Britain group build. I don't know how long the group build's good for, fellas. You might be able to suggest you can tell me what's going on once you comment on my on this here video. Then I can be able to pace myself on it, and that'll give me time between doing that one. I can be able to go back and finish up some of these other builds. I very much want to complete that 1/32 scale Junkers 88, and that was supposed to be for Styrene Panzer's German bomber group build, which was last year, and somehow along the line I got myself in modeler syndrome and stuck it up on top of the stash pile somewhere up there and sitting there collecting dust. And I got it pretty well covered up. I don't let them stay in dust too long. And so I think that's about ready for the final painting, I believe it is. And so I might be able to complete that for that certain group build. But anyway, next video I'll present my my entry for the Battle Britain group build. Okay, guys, the Arado says she's tired. She's been working on her all day yesterday and what's left last night after doing the honeydew list and such. And Frankie days I'm going to get the video for the group build going, and at that we'll sit back and watch your guys' work and catch up and on your videos and enjoy life as it goes, because tomorrow's the day off. That gives me a good day for some good model building. Okay, fellas, it's time for you to get out of here right now, and I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless each one of you. Happy modeling. Please subscribe. Make Mama happy. And we'll catch you guys on the next video. So stay tuned for my entry of the Battle Britain group build. Frankie Day getting out of here right now. We'll catch you guys all later, fellas. So, bye, boys.